more on this, I'm now joined by Devon Cone. She's a senior advocate for Refugees International. Thank you for joining us. Now, many of the migrants making their way to the US are women and children. What's prompting them to make this move, and why have we seen this surge of late?
Well, I mean, what's prompting them to make this move is really desperation to seek a better life. But more importantly, many of them are asylum seekers that have fled gang violence, failed states, all sorts of issues for which they should be able to seek asylum. What is prompting this surge, I would say, is again the desperation, but also the lack of ability to seek asylum in a organized, dignified way. There's a CBP One app, an app that the Biden administration has put in place to help people utilize. Where people have to utilize that app to get asylum appointments, but that just isn't really keeping pace with the numbers of people that need safety. And as your reporter said, many of them are Venezuelans, which are really fleeing violence and a failed state.
And what additional challenges do women and children face when they undertake a journey of this kind, often traveling huge distances?
Well, one of the main issues that they face is violence against them, gender-based violence against women and girls, and issues for children and exploitation, trafficking risks. I mean, there's all sorts of risks that women and children face at a greater level than other migrants, and so these journeys that are long and dangerous can often be sometimes more dangerous than what they fled from in the first place. There need to be legal pathways for these people to enter the U.S., and there needs to be immigration reform, which is a bigger thing to talk about. But certainly there needs to be easier, legal, safer ways for people to access safety in the U.S.
And there must be cases, many cases, where children get separated from their families in the course of their journey. What might happen to them, and what's the US's current policy on that?
Well, all sorts of things could happen to them. I mean, what is challenging is the communication between children and parents when they get separated can be really difficult, especially as they travel through places and are trying to be undetected. So all sorts of things can happen to them. The U.S.'s policy is that when children, unaccompanied children, arrive in the U.S., they do try to reunite them with their parents. But again, that can be very difficult, especially when there are people that go missing, that are dying on these journeys, and children might not be able to reunite with them, even if they are trying to.
All right, thank you very much for that.
Thank